Ever heard of the Stanley Hotel? Yeah, that place in the Rockies where even the bravest souls think twice before spending the night. Built by a guy who literally came to the mountains to breathe his last breath, only to end up building this iconic hotel. Crazy, right? Now, it's not just the fresh air or the stunning views that make this place famous. Ever walked into a room and felt like someone's watching you? Well, imagine that feeling, but with actual stories of ghosts and whispers from the past. They say room 217's got its own permanent guest. And no, she's not paying rent. Got the guts to check in, or would you rather keep wondering what secrets those walls are keeping? Historical incidents. So let's talk about that one night in 1911 that turned the Stanley Hotel into more than just a postcard from the Rockies. Picture this: Elizabeth Wilson, one of the hotel's staff, walks into room 217 with a candle, not knowing the room was filled with gas from a leak. Boom. The explosion sends her flying, and the hotel's story takes a turn into legend. She survives, believe it or not, and sticks around until 1950. But some say she never really left. Now, fast forward to today, and guess what? Guests report their stuff getting tittied up or feeling an icy chill, especially if they're not exactly, let's say, officially together. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Is Elizabeth still keeping an eye on things, making sure everyone's playing by the rules? And it's not just about spooky sounds or a cold spot here and there. This story adds a whole layer of mystery to the hotel. Why does this place, out of all the spots in the world, have stories that stick around longer than the guests? Is it the mountain air, or did the Stanley just happen to become a hotspot for the supernatural? Either way, it's not just another night's stay, it's a plunge into a story that's been unfolding for over a century. Would you dare to spend a night in room 217, knowing its history, or would you rather not risk becoming part of the story? Paranormal activity. All right, let's get into the goosebumps part of the Stanley Hotel, shall we? First off, room 217. This isn't just any room after Stephen King's stay. It basically became the VIP suite for the supernatural. King himself got the scare of his life, and bam, The Shining was born. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's also room 401, dubbed the Ghost Thief Room. Imagine tucking in for the night, only to find your things aren't where you left them. Spooky, right? But wait, there's more. The fourth floor. It's like a playground for ghostly kids who apparently missed the memo that hide and seek ends at bedtime. Guests talk about hearing giggles and running footsteps with no one in sight. Gives a whole new meaning to sleep tight, doesn't it? Now, if you think that's all, meet Flora Stanley. She's not one to let death stop her from playing the piano in the ballroom. Yes, you heard that right. Guests and staff swear they heard music floating in the air, with no pianist in sight. And then there's Paul, the handyman who checks in from beyond the grave, especially during those late-night ghost tours. Cultural impact. The Stanley Hotel's brush with the supernatural has made it a heavyweight in pop culture and tourism. It's not just any hotel, it's the place that gave Stephen King the shivers so bad he dreamt up The Shining. That story alone turned the Stanley into something of a pilgrimage site for horror fans. But King's nightmare was just the beginning. The hotel embraced its eerie fame, hosting the Stanley Film Festival, a haven for indie horror flicks and fans from all around. Then there's The Shining Ball. Imagine dancing the night away in a place that's supposedly haunted, dressed in your 1920s best. Sounds like a blast, right? And it's not just about being scared silly. These events, and the fact that King's miniseries was actually filmed at the Stanley, have turned the hotel into a cultural landmark. People don't just visit for the views anymore, they come for the stories, the chills, and the chance to be part of the legend. It's a perfect example of how tales of ghosts and the unknown can breathe new life into a place, turning history into something you can feel, maybe even see, if you're lucky or brave enough. So, next time you're watching The Shining, remember the real star might just be the hotel itself. At the heart of the Rockies, the Stanley Hotel stands as a testament to both human ambition and the mysteries that whisper through its halls. It's a place where history's elegance meets the shadows of untold stories, creating a tapestry rich with intrigue and allure. This juxtaposition invites the curious, the brave, and the seekers of stories untold to explore its corridors. to listen for the echoes of the past, and perhaps to catch a glimpse of the ethereal residents who've never checked out. Whether you're drawn by the tales of hauntings or the beauty of its construction, the Stanley Hotel offers an experience unlike any other. So dive into the mystery, share your thoughts, and maybe even your own ghostly encounters. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown.